This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. Forever Fruitful by Ginny Sterling. Introduction. A Stolen Kiss. Luke Fuller was a dead man, and he knew it the moment their secret was out. It was scary enough as it was to tell his father, but he knew he was going to need someone to have his back the moment that Nicolette's father, Valkyrie, found out. A secret love. Nicolette Saxon fell for Luke the moment he gave her that shy, tender smile. And fell hard. He had always been there, growing as friends, until that summer afternoon when she saw him truly for the first time. Now life was about to change. Significantly. What was she going to do? And how was she going to fix this mess with her family? Zona Fannin, Sue Payton, Ren Woodland. Thank you so much for always sharing, reviewing, and commenting on Facebook. I'm really glad to have met you all. Ginny Sterling Newsletter, Fly Boys Facebook group. Wow. I was finally able to get into this series and wow. It starts with tragedy, and there's almost tragedy near the end, and then this amazing band of brothers pull through for each other. There's also an amazing love story woven throughout. Each of these men, egotistical, loud, cocky, and wonderful, have hearts of gold, and their own personal demons to overcome. I can't wait to binge on the rest. Flyboys, here I come. Amazon reviewer of Forever Faithful. Chapter 1. Gosh, she was beautiful. Luke tried to avoid staring off into the distance where the woman of his dreams was standing in the bright sunshine talking with her father. It was getting harder to ignore the enchanting girl that had grown into quite a woman. A woman that he'd known all his life. And that was slightly alarming because something had changed. This was his sweet Nicolette. The Saxons' middle child, except she wasn't a child anymore. She was an incredible woman, infinitely gorgeous, exceedingly smart, and wonderfully optimistic in her views of life. She was Valkyrie's precious daughter, off limits, and completely out of his league. Nor was he dumb. He played in the high school band with Toby and Caspar, her brothers, had gone trick-or-treating with the flock of children that he grew up with, and knew even considering anything with Nicolette. Well, it was a bad idea. How could there ever be anything at all when you grew up together, knew every single secret about the other person, and there was zero mystery? Except no one knew his secret. Luke had been watching Nicolette for almost 5 years now, growing more and more attracted to her, and trying harder to stay away. Nearly 4 years older than her, he should be focusing on figuring out his life. He had taken to learning how to work on cars, and was studying under Glory, trying to help, and holding down 2 jobs. Working part-time at Flyboys in the hangar doing maintenance on the planes. He also worked as a meter reader for the town. Neither was glorious. Both could be grueling in the hot Texas summers. But no one knew why he worked so hard, except his dad. His father had guessed, and they had an endless talk about girls, priorities, families, and boundaries. So he drew a big line in the sand, a gorge, the Grand Canyon, a definitive border, regarding his Nicolette. If she was going out to Flyboys for a bonfire, Luke skipped it and blamed it on work. If she was going roller skating on Friday night with the other kids, he suddenly couldn't go. When he soloed for the first time, she'd been waiting there with the other potential pilots, waiting for her turn to fly, and made eye contact. Luke buckled, nearly melting in his boots. She looked so proud of him. Clasping her hands together over her chest, her bright blue eyes were glowing and her soft dark blonde hair like Valkyrie's was pulled over her shoulder in a loose braid. All 3 Saxon children had blue eyes, but Toby was the only one with dark black hair, like his mother. That was the first time he desperately wanted to kiss Nicolette. nearly saying,
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.